Ooh. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody is having a great Saturday night. Hopefully, people in Florida as well as Puerto Rico are getting their power back on. There's so many people that are in need. Hearing some of the stories, it is tragic, and we as a country are going to need to come together to help our fellow man. So keep everybody in Florida in your thoughts and prayers tonight as the death toll rises there. Whew. I am going to say I'm tired tonight. Last night I was working my smoker. I know a lot of people will laugh at me because it's got a little teeny smoke tray and stuff in there and all that, but it works for me. I know the ins and outs of it. I know how to work it and get the best taste, at least for my own personal use, okay? There's probably better ways to do it, different ways and stuff like that, but, I'm just kind of old school, i.e. I'm just old and stupid, and I just kind of do it the way I know. But the pulled pork is pulled. It is seasoned. It's ready to go. I got my big sub. I got my freezer slaw, so it's ready to be used for the big sub, and we're going to do some bang bang shrimp and stuff. So we're going to have a good time. Rio's going to be here. DMV's going to be here, and if the Cowboys win, they're going to do the blue chip. Jayron Kearse, well, Jayron, you can come on by the house here because you won't be playing tomorrow. Jayron Kearse, who hurt his knee week 1, is still going to be out, so he won't be playing, unfortunately. So there's that. We got to get a win tomorrow. And I'm a little bit worried about this game. This is one of those ones, it's a division game, which automatically makes them tougher. They're just tougher when they're a division game. And I know it's the Washington Commanders. They've had a hard way to go. Last week they looked terrible and things. But it's still a division match. Because I still am old enough to remember going 1-15 and the only win being against the playoff Washington Commanders team. So there's that. And then that whole bet between my dad and my brother where he's prepaid for the game, that's another one of those things. It's like, I don't know. And then being in D.C., can't find a Commanders or a Washington Redskin jersey, shirt, couldn't find anybody. Walking around with cowboy gear in the middle of D.C., Washington and Dallas week, and can't even get cussed out. I guarantee you that wouldn't happen if I was in New York. It certainly wouldn't happen at any time with Philadelphia. But to be hate week and nothing, there's no fire, there's nothing. But it still worries me. But then again, I'm old and I worry about everything. So I was having an interesting discussion. Shout out to Brian and Randy. It's been nice actually having them around and stuff. We've been having all kinds of conversations and stuff, although I didn't sleep much last night because of smoking the meats and stuff. And I am a little bit tired. But the discussion going around about Cooper Rush, people are saying, oh my God, if Cooper Rush, if we end up winning this game, then and it happens to win against the Rams, then you got to play him. Then you keep playing him until he loses. And I say, hold on for a second here. I don't know that I want to play him until he loses. You know why? I think about what happened with Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Jimmy Garoppolo was 4-0 or 5-0 with New England. I think he had 5 TD passes and no interceptions. I think he threw for like 680 or 690 yards. he didn't play enough that you saw that he was kind of limited on being that guy that's going to be able to win big games. I mean, excuse me, let me rephrase that. He's been to a Super Bowl. He kicked our ass. But although it's the team, because you had Deebo Samuel's thing. But be that as it may. I mean, they did beat Green Bay, and I think he had 110 yards passing. They have a system where it works with the team. But looking at him and saying, he's not going to be a guy that's going to give you 4 or 5 touchdowns and put the team on his shoulder stuff. He is a great leader, and he is a winner. But you didn't see that when he got traded to San Francisco and they made him the highest paid quarterback off of 6 games. And so this is where you kind of say, it'd be nice if Cooper Rush ended up winning against Washington. And then if he followed it up with the Rams, and you stop right there. Because now all of a sudden, you have taken a guy that most people wanted to get rid of when we made the cuts. You didn't even want him for a backup. To now making him a guy that some teams might say, like, let's say you're Carolina, and you've had 2 guys that are number 1 draft picks, and between the 2 of them, you don't have a quarterback. If you're a Chicago Bears and, you got Justin Fields and, that dog ain't hunting, you might look and say, well, we can try Cooper Rush. There are places where they could use a quarterback. And maybe you do something and you get a high draft pick for a Cooper Rush. I'm not saying that that'll happen. I'm not saying that you actually want to take a guy who plays well and get rid of him. But if it happens and somebody knocks your socks off to say, we want that guy, by all means, you take that deal. But let's be clear here. And this is not a knock on Cooper Rush, okay? But pump the brakes just a little bit right now, okay? At the moment, you guys are ready to say a guy who's got three games, 2 TD passes this year, 2 TD passes, that's ready to say, we're all in. Now, the thing I did today was I did a points differential. Now, I'm going to ask you a real question. Let's say we are playing a really good team with a great quarterback, and they've got our defense figured out. And we get into one of these, 42-38 type games. Do you think Cooper Rush is going to be a type of quarterback that's going to be able to go through a shootout and be able to be successful? That's and it's not throwing shade. It's not throwing shade. But do you believe that he is that type of quarterback? Maybe he is. But at the moment, I don't think that is. And there are things that Dak can do better than Cooper Rush. Running the football, for example, he's better. Cooper don't run. There's other throws that Dak can make that I don't think that Cooper Rush can make. And again, I'm not throwing shade on Cooper Rush, but there's a reason why he was in New York on their practice squad and was lost. There's a reason why he's been in the NFL all these years and has not been the starter. Then again, who knows? Maybe he ends up being that guy that comes along like Tony Romo and boom, I don't know. Anyway, I hope, and I need to hurry up because this thing's filling up with water. Yeah, it's definitely filling up with water. I hope that it doesn't rain as much as they're talking about tomorrow, because I really want to be outside for our fans and things. And I hope and pray that we get the victory. Hang on for a second. I thought there was more water than that on there. You don't want this thing to be full of water and then all of a sudden the whole thing comes crashing down on my head, okay? Although it would probably go viral. Anyway, it's been a busy day. I'm kind of tired. And tomorrow is game day, where we've got a 1 o'clock game. The Eagles are at 1 o'clock. The Giants are at 1 o'clock. We're all at 1 o'clock. So it's going to be busy early. and I want to be ready for it. Just remember, everybody, 2 things. If you're in Dubai, don't go swim in the pool butt naked. Don't put your butt in a woman's face, not once but twice, okay? And don't smoke marijuana in your room because you will get kicked out of the hotel, as Antonio Brown can attest to. I'm old enough to remember when people kept saying, let's sign Antonio Brown, and I said he's cray-cray. He cray-cray. I don't care. I want Antonio Brown. No, you don't. That's a guy that you hope gets some help. And the NFL and the Miami Dolphins have fired the neurologist that was the guy who examined Tua for missing some things. And the NFL vows to make some changes to concussion protocol in light of what happened with Tua. And basically, we're getting a whole bunch of flack, and we need to do something reactionary to make it look like we're actually trying to do something. And that's what they're doing. And with that being said, I am going to turn out the lights, and I'm going to remind you to tell the people you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see the Dallas Cowboys take on the Washington Commanders in the morning. Peace out.